Greetings, Willow here. So I wanted to update you on what's going on here in New Orleans. I'm in the Metairie area, which is just a suburb of New Orleans. But right now we're going through Hurricane Barry. It's a Category 1 hurricane, and it did make landfall earlier today. It is not heading for New Orleans. It did shift. It went towards the west. Looks like it's going to hit Lafayette, and Baton Rouge is going to get a lot of rain, more even though than we are here. They originally thought we were going to get anywhere between 15 and 20 inches of water, but now it looks like we're going to get at most maybe 4-5 inches at most. We've handled 6 inches recently, just last Wednesday, when it flooded everything, and I've had to cancel a lot of my private tours and things like that for this week. Lots of people could not fly in. They've canceled a lot of flights at the airport. So a lot of things have been going on. This storm has really interfered with life as usual here. But we are in our hurricane season, and this is the first one that's come to us this year. So I'm praying that we do not get any more and that it is a mild hurricane season, though we have started fairly early this year, so that's never a good sign. But today I also want to talk about stress, anxiety, panic attacks, and how we can deal with that. A lot of us have PTSD because of traumatic events that we've had to endure, and things will trigger panic attacks in us. I am not without having those myself. Right now, I am looking at which would be the 5th flood in my house. I have been flooded 4 times already. On Mother's Day, I woke up at 5:30 in the morning in the dark after having cataract surgery on one eye. So my other eye was not even corrected yet, so I had really bad depth perception, and I stepped out to over ankle deep worth of water in my bedroom when I got out of my bed. That is not the way you want to wake up in the morning. So I'm always on alert, and when I hear there is going to be a bad storm or, flash flooding, I instantly go into panic mode, and I try not to. So I've been working through that. I've been using different meditations to help me with my anxiety. I have also been doing different things, and it's kind of like a little ritual for me to prepare for any possible flooding. So the last few days I have been hurricane flooding, preparing my home. I took a short video, so that'll be in a clip in this video as well, so you can see how I staged my seance room to protect my things that I care about. I did lose a lot of books and a lot of personal items during the last flood on Mother's Day, including my cat Kakarot, who got in the water and ended up having his tumor just get infected and explode, and he had to be put down 2 days later. So it was very traumatic for me. So I watch my cats very carefully, make sure they don't accidentally get in floodwater. But it's very scary for me. So they are in the process with FEMA trying to raise this house. My landlord is on them. It's just they drag their feet. They're a government agency, and with all of the other disasters going on, I guess raising houses in the New Orleans and Metairie area is like last on their list, and they just drag their feet. But let's hope maybe they'll see this video and speed up the process. They are supposed to raise the house 3 to 4 feet. If they do that, I won't have to worry about the flooding anymore, unless we get more than 3 or 4 feet of water. And if we do, we're all in trouble. Unfortunately, I'm in a very low-lying area, and right below the stop sign on my street corner, there is a no diving, no swimming sign literally posted above the stop sign. So that is never a good sign. I didn't notice that before I moved in here and rented this place. Maybe I'll look better at things next time when I move. But just to go back over what I want to do today is I wanted to talk about different ways to deal with PTSD, panic attacks, anxiety, and stress. So, for one, you can find a lot of links and references on my Facebook pages. I have Willow Le Machant Spiritual Services and Divine Source Spiritual Center on Facebook. Those are my two professional pages there for my spiritual work. I do post lots of links on meditations, on yoga, on different stones and crystals you can use for multiple reasons. I do videos here on YouTube so that I can reach out to more of you, but at the same time, I'm also on Facebook and I'm on Instagram and I'm on Twitter. So I'm on all of these different social medias. And mainly because I want to help as many people as I can, and I can't reach everybody just in one spot. So in this day and age, technology is our friend and social media is our friend when it comes to spreading the word about things. One of the things that I learned was the 4-7-8 breath. And I don't know, some of you may already know what that is, and that's awesome. And hopefully it'll work for you. But when I am going through a panic attack, and it happens once in a while, I don't get them that often. But I had one a couple of days ago, and I'm just sitting there going, why am I feeling like this? I've already prepared for the flooding. I've prepared for the hurricane. But I could feel my heart start to pound, and I started to sweat, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm having a panic attack. So I used the 4-7-8 breath technique. And it's very simple. You just have to calm yourself down a little bit. You breathe in through your nose to the count of 4. Then you hold your breath to the count of 7. And on number 8, you breathe out with a whoosh. So it's very simple. And this is how I do it. That's it. And you do it as many times as it takes to relax and to calm down. Remember also, as you're breathing in that 4 count, try to relax your neck, your shoulders, and your body, your back. Wherever you feel tension, focus on those areas and try to relax them. It may take several several breaths to do that. But that's how we can use the 4-7-8 breath to get through a panic attack. Now, meditations, I use them regularly, at least once a week or so. I'll do one on anxiety to relieve myself of anxiety or panic attacks. I do post those on my Facebook pages. I will try to also be posting those on my Instagram as well. But you'll always see that on Facebook. So check out the Willow Le Machant Spiritual Services and Divine Source Spiritual Center on Facebook. All those links are always below in these videos. So reach out to those. You'll find a lot of links. I also work with stones and crystals. A lot of times, black stones are very good for grounding, which when we're having a panic attack, we do need to ground. But also, if you're carrying a lot of stress in the solar plexus, for instance, you're going to want to work with different stones. So yellow stones for the solar plexus are really good. Also, you may work with blue in the heart. That helps too, because if you're going through some stress, that helps. I'm sorry, green in the heart. My brain is not working today. Green in your heart area or blue in the throat. So it's yellow, green, and blue. But those stones can help you, especially if you're going through a lot of stress. And the black works with your root chakra. So that helps ground. And then if you're getting that stomach knot, that's when you're going to use your stones for your solar plexus. If you've gone through some stress and it's emotional stress, you're going to work with the green stones for your heart. And of course, the blue, anytime you're feeling the lump in your throat, where you're feeling like you can't speak, you can't even catch your breath, that's time to get some stones and crystals working too. So that's some of my recommendations. part of this video, you're going to see the clip where I've staged my seance room, and my plants have all been moved into my bathroom because I was afraid that the winds would destroy them. So my bathroom looks like a jungle, and my seance room doesn't look like a seance room. It looks like there's tables with a bunch of stuff on top of them, because that's what it is right now. But please don't feel like you're alone. If you are having panic attacks, if you are stressed out, reach out to me, text me, send me an email, go on to my Facebook pages, find some different things that I've posted. If you need me to send you a link, I can do that quickly. I have a lot of them already in my history that I can just click on share that link and send it to you. I'm trying to help. I don't want you to feel alone. And I know a lot of us are going through a lot of anxiety right now with the storms. We also have other things that trigger past trauma. I've had a house fire in 2006 and I lost everything. I lost everything, including my 3 cats that were in the house, which now if I smell smoke, I'm freaking out. I'm walking around until I figure out where that's coming from. It could be outside, but I will walk around until I figure out where the smoke is coming from. It could be somebody's home. It could be my own home. It could be anything. So I'm always looking. But do things for yourself that if you know you're going to get triggered, that you're prepared for it. Wearing, stones and crystals may help. You can hold on to them. The minute you start having that shaking or the heart pounding, the minute you feel it coming on, you can use stones and crystals in some way to help relieve that, and also using that 4-7-8 breath. Those are just 2 different things that you might check into. Now, while I have you here, I'm going to do a quick reading. I haven't done that in a while. I've been so worried about the storm coming. So I'm going to do a quick reading for us, just to see what the divine source has for us in advice, maybe for our stress. And she always helps me. I really believe that talking with her, praying to her, has kept most of this storm away from us right now. I don't think New Orleans could handle it. Wednesday, I think it was 6 inches of water that came down really fast, and the streets were impassable. I had to cancel a cemetery investigation that I was going to do with a couple from out of town. I couldn't get to it. I have to go to an underpass to get up to the cemeteries, and if they met me at another cemetery, they'd have to go through the same underpass. There was no way to get around it to get to me, or me to get to them. So, yeah, we've been really stressed here. A lot of water and a lot of worry. But I do believe that we've been spared, for the most part, from Hurricane Barry, and I am very grateful that we have been spared. So let's go ahead and get these cards shuffled and see if she can give us some advice on our stress and how to deal with it. Divine Source, Divine Mother, all that is, we ask for your guidance. Help us with our anxiety, help us with our stress and our PTSD. You know what each and every one of us needs, and I ask for your guidance now. We thank you, Mother. So mote it be. Okay. So our first card that came up is the Ace of Wands, and it's reversed. But when we look at this, it's seek out new opportunities. Opportunities of methods to focus on that might help us with our stress. Also opportunities to avoid things that trigger us. For instance, if you've been in a bad car accident, if you've been robbed, you may try to avoid those areas, but at the same time, sometimes we need to face the same area again, so that we can come to face our fears and work through those. And it may take us several times till we can breathe through those situations. But look for opportunities to deal with it, and also to avoid until you are ready for it. The other one we have here, I just pulled 3 quick cards for us. It's the 5 of Swords reversed, and that is make good choices for yourself. Don't put yourself in harm's way. Make sure you are prepared, like for storms, for instance. If storms really scare you, prepare for the storm. Make sure you have flashlights. Make sure you have candles ready. Make sure that you know different things, like where the gas shutoff is if you smell gas. If there's been a flood and maybe pipes have gotten moved, got to turn the gas off. But if you can learn these things and be prepared, you will be much better off and have a lot less anxiety and stress. And the Queen of Pentacles, nurture yourself, nurture your physical self, which means if you are feeling stress, meditate, do yoga, reach out for help. Do not try to handle everything yourself. Sometimes we just can't. Sometimes we do need help. And that is what counselors are for. That's what spiritual advisors are for. That's what friends are for, family is for. If you need help, you reach out for that help. Don't try to handle it yourself. There is no reason to suffer with stress and panic and anxiety. So use the breathing. That's a physical thing. Use the breathing. Use stones and crystals. That's of the earth. Yoga, be more grounded, and use poses that will help with anxiety. I've listed those links on my Facebook pages. So once again, take care of yourself, and don't feel bad or ashamed if you do have anxiety attacks. If you now have PTSD, it is not your fault. You went through a major trauma. And I send you love, and so does the divine source. We send you love, and we hope that the energies are wrapped around you to protect you and help you feel safe again. But sometimes you just need to reach out to get that help. Don't be ashamed. There is nothing wrong with you. You were a victim of trauma. And so let's try to work through it. Let's use meditation, yoga, and reaching out for guidance to help us. And never forget the stones and crystals that are of the earth. They do help ground us, and they help calm us. And never forget to breathe, because those will help you as well. I hope this will help you with anything that you are struggling with right now. If you do need further assistance, you can always schedule a personal reading with me. Contact me through my website, willowleymashant.com. And don't forget to check out my Facebook pages. That's Willow Ley Mashant Spiritual Services and Divine Source Spiritual Center. And you can also follow me on Instagram as well. All those links are going to be down below in the description of the video. I hope this has helped. Hang in there, everybody that's going through Barry. Our prayers, our thoughts, and our love is with you, and the divine source be with you and protect you. And until next time, be blessed.